So I'm over here on Twitter this morning, which this came across my feed talking about Jordan restock. 4 styles are going to be restocking via Nike coming up soon, November 14th, right? Which I'm thinking to myself, like, bruh, who asked for this right here? Because if they're not going to bring these back, like at least on sale, like 50% off or something like that, I mean, these are Jordan retros which have been just sitting for months now, right? So we head over to Shoe Palace. You're going to find a bunch of these styles which have been just sitting on the site, waiting to eventually go on sale, which don't get things twisted, right? Just because they're sitting, it doesn't mean that these pairs aren't in demand, because trust me, once these joints go on sale, you already know eventually they're going to sell out. But when we talk about recent Jordan retro releases, which have already went on sale, now this has just been added to Shoe Palace. We got the Jordan 3 medium olive, which originally came in at $215. You guys can now grab these on sale for $175, which when you talk about fall releases, perfect fall vibe. You got the gum bottom, olive upper, not a bad looking pair of J's, right? Now, not everybody rocks with Shoe Palace. Some of you guys complained about the fact that they kind of take their time when it comes to shipping. Plus, it's almost like a 50% chance that they're gonna ship them joints in like a plastic bag or potentially a cardboard box. So it's kind of like one of those gambles. You kind of got to take a risk when dealing with Shoe Palace. Plus, you're gonna want to factor in shipping and taxes, which may not make this deal that appealing, right? But let's not forget, we also got other deals happening right now. Currently, of course, the holidays are right around the corner. So I figured, what not a better opportunity to talk about some of these deals. So we're gonna head over to Chic, which currently they got the Adidas Samba on sale, which originally came in at $100. You guys can now grab these for right under $60, which the Samba, it's been super trendy over the last few years or so. And some people would say that like that time, you know, the trend has kind of came down to an end. It's starting to die down or whatever. But even so, if you're gonna go for a pair of Sambas, I definitely rock with this pair. I think it's simple. I'm a fan of the gum bottom. Plus the price, I mean, you can't really go wrong. Now, we also got the AE1 low, which if you haven't tried this model by now, perfect basketball sneaker. Not only can you rock these joints on the court, you can get these joints off the court as well. Now, this specific color, which was originally a PE, Adidas eventually did go ahead and drop these to the public in low top form, which originally came in at $110. If you guys are looking to pick these up, you can now grab them for just under $75, which I feel like is an absolute steal. Plus, I did want to mention that all the pairs featured today are going to be available in just about a full size run, right? So this one shocked me. The AE2, like these joints probably dropped, what was that, like last month, like a couple of weeks ago or something like that. We're already seeing them on sale, which we kind of talked about the AE3 leaking. Maybe Adidas could be moving on from this model, you know, not a lot sooner than say like they did from the AE1, which almost ran for like 2 seasons or something like that. Now, this is the original With Love, that first colorway, which I feel like I wasn't the biggest fan of. Like if they had a different color, I would definitely scoop these up on sale, because this is a shoe which retails for $130. They got almost a full size run available, and these are coming in at just under $100, which is absolutely insane due to the fact that this is like a recent brand new release from Adidas basketball. Like that's wild, bro. Now we're gonna head over to Hibbett Sports, which of course, when you talk about sneaker retailers, Hibbett has definitely risen to become one of the most popular retailers, you know, even past classic staples like Foot Locker, right? Everybody loves Hibbett Sports, right? So currently they got a site-wide sale happening right now, and on top of the sale, they're also offering free shipping as well, which I feel like makes some of these deals so good that you won't even be able to pass up on here. So this shoe actually did restock or re-release earlier this year. We got the classic Nike Air Max Uptempo 95 Chicago. You guys know the classic 90s basketball staple worn by Scottie Pippen. How can you go wrong with this shoe, especially when they originally came in at $170, which I'm not gonna be out here paying full retail for a shoe like this, but for $114, like, can you really go wrong? We also got other classic Nike staples like the Nike Air Zoom Spiridon Cage 2, a design from classic designer Stephen Smith, which a lot of guys know him from recently working with Yeezy, bringing shoes like the Wave Runner, the Foam Runner to life, and even more recently, what he's doing over there at Crocs. But before he was doing all that good stuff, he was designing from some of your favorite brands, from New Balance to Adidas, Reebok, as well as Nike, which we originally saw this shoe hit the streets back in 2003, brought back to life with a Stussy collaboration. If you guys are looking to get one of the OG colorways, which originally retails at $170 in cart, you guys can grab these for just under $100, which isn't too bad at all. They also got shoes, more classics like the AirTech Challenge 2. This was a signature model of Andre Agassi, which originally dropped back in the 90s. This is a shoe which also went on to inspire other shoes like the Air Yeezy 2, right? So classic from Nike's back catalog. While they do have some other more appealing colors coming in at $113, originally retailing for 155 bucks. I ain't gonna lie, it makes this color even that much more better. Now we also got simple classics like the Nike Cortez, a West Coast staple, right? If you're not looking for something too flashy, just want something calm, easy to wear. These originally came in at 95 bucks. In cart, you can get these for around like 80 bucks or something like that. Plus, they also got the Forrest Gump joints, right? So can't go wrong with both of those pairs right there. And we can't forget about New Balance, which when you talk about their catalog, the 1906 has definitely been one of the go-to models. Walk into any sneaker shop, you're gonna see a pair of these on the shelves, which one of my favorite, calm, just like simple, easy to wear colors. How can you go wrong with this black metallic silver pair, which originally came in at $155 on sale in cart. You can grab these for just under 100 bucks. And then lastly, we got to go with Jordan Brand, not these right here, but the Rare Air, which I feel like the Rare Air series, one of the most underappreciated series from Jordan Brand. We got the Rare Air 11s getting ready to drop coming up tomorrow. And if you guys want to complete the entire pack, don't sleep on these Jordan 1s, which dropped earlier this year, which originally retail for 180 bucks. Bruh, you can grab these for under $100, making these a steal. And the Rare Air theme, which I feel like was underutilized, I think it was a really cool storytelling that they kind of failed to really market to a bigger audience. But again, you got the Rare Air 1s, the 3s, the 4s, and the 11s on the way. I feel like the 1s, in my opinion, one of my favorite from the pack. Vintage aged sole, just easy to wear. You could pair these up with some black, some washed denims. They're just easy to get off, and I feel like, again, one of the most underappreciated Jordan 1 releases of the year. And even if this is something that you don't rock with, say you don't really rock with Jordan 1s like that, bruh, Christmas, perfect gift, especially coming in at under 100 bucks. They got just about a full size one available. Like, how can you go wrong with this one right here? So just a couple of steals, which I wanted to highlight, some deals which will be available as supplies last. I would recommend to check out Hibbett first and foremost, just due to the fact that on top of the sales, they're also going to be including free shipping. Remember, these could also make some perfect gifts, to throw under the tree for some of your loved ones, friends and family. You already know what time it is, guys. So some great deals currently available, which these are going to be just available through Hibbett, Chic, as well as Shoe Palace. Comment down below. Let me know if you guys have been enjoying some good deals. If there's any steals that maybe you would recommend for people watching this video. So just a quick little update. Didn't want you guys to miss out on these deals because as far as this restock from Nike, bogus. Unless they're going to be restocking these joints on sale or something like that. So just a quick little update. Of course, I'll be back later to fill you guys in on the latest sneaker news updates. So you guys already know what time it is. Stay safe, stay blessed. I'll catch y'all later. J.A. Love.